Yo guys, Theo here on Common Sense. Last video in Sweden before I go back to Greece, and I think I never did one of these walk and talk videos shirtless on a snowy day. So today we have -2. I'm walking here. I know, shoes a little weak to not be barefooted, but yeah, this is gonna have to do it for today, guys. It's 7 a.m. Just finished a back workout. I still have a little bit of a pump going. I finished with some reverse curls, and now I'm gonna tell you how to not lose muscle when fasting. It's a question I keep getting. Often I already have several videos on the topic, but several people asked recently, so why not give a little updated view on the whole thing. So I'm gonna go into some specific strategies I use to minimize the risk of muscle loss. But first of all, two things. If you are someone that is concerned with this, I'm guessing you're training and you're eating protein when you're not fasting, right? And then unless you do something really extreme, you don't really lose muscle fasting. Just use me as the example. I'm pretty swole, right? I've been training for 4.5 years. And, you know, I've done pretty damn good progress, if I might say so myself. And it's not uncommon that I get accused or asked if I'm on steroids. And for 3.5 of these 4.5 years, I've been practicing more or less extreme intermittent fasting and done just tons and tons of longer fasts. I've done a 5-day fast, a 7.5-day fast, several 3-day dry fasts. I've done 96, 72, 48, these kinds of fasts so many times. I've done back-to-back fasts. Yeah, I've done a whole bunch of fasting and still made such good progress. And people that are like impressed with my progress or ask if I'm on gear and stuff, they ask that not knowing even that I'm doing the fasting. So just think like, it doesn't seem like the fasting has hindered the progress or made me lose any muscle, right? I have never, ever been able to tell that I lost muscle. The second thing is, I can tell with people that ask a thing like this, will I lose muscle? How do I not lose muscle? It's as if you want me, you've made some gains, you know, and now you want to get more defined. You want to cut, get shredded, or get ripped, get some abs. And you're afraid of losing your hard-earned gains in the process. And you want me to say something, so you're like, oh, now I'm not afraid of it anymore. Now I'm not worried. Now I just do the fasting. The thing is, I can just, you know, if you're like, nah, I don't want to fast because I will lose muscle, someone like me could tell you something, so you're like, okay, I guess maybe I'll try it, I'll consider it, but you're still gonna have the fear. I heard Cole from the Snake Diet say, you know, like, you don't lose muscle, you know, and I believed him. Still, I worried about it because I was in the same position. I made nice gains, and I'm not gonna eat for this, so, you know. And the only way to overcome facing fears is the only way. You can only get little, like, okay, maybe some information you got from the outside was the thing that made you find the courage to try it, but you're still going to be afraid and worry about it. You're going to have to see for yourself through your experience that, it didn't really happen. And for me, it took more than one fast before I stopped worrying. Now I've done it so many times that I just know now, right? But okay, of course you could lose muscle eventually if you're just not eating for a very long time. But we use some uncommon sense, first of all. Like, you have fat that you store as on the body. It's stored energy. You just need a little bit to separate the organs, and then it literally is an energy reserve to eat from when you don't get energy from the outside. And after a certain point, you just get unhealthier. This completely dead energy just sitting on you. Muscle mass, on the other hand, yes, it can be turned into energy, but it's precious tissue, hard-earned tissue, and the one force you use to move about. Like, if you don't have food, how do you get it? You use your muscles to go get it, and the human body is so smart. Why would it be so stupid as to immediately start? If you just go a few days, you have body fat to spare, and you go a few days without eating, and the body's like, I'll immediately catabolize the one force I have to go collect more energy. It just doesn't make sense, right? And then we have the whole growth hormone thing. You get a huge growth hormone spike on the fast. I'm sure that contributes to preserving the muscle, but, you know, we just use the uncommon sense. We don't even have to know about the growth hormone. Like, yeah, that might be the thing, one of the things that makes it happen, but the body is smart. Use some logic there. But okay, if you were super lean, when you get really shredded, then, of course, like natural bodybuilders that don't even do prolonged fasting, but they won't be able to hold on to all their muscle mass when they cut so aggressively, and they're not on any drugs that make them able to hold more of the muscle tissue. They will, when they get like 5% body fat, 6% body fat, they will have lost some muscle. So, but I've noticed that even I'll probably be running clips from my workout here, and now I'll show a pic like among the leanest I've been in best shape. I like this picture. Probably like what can it be? 8% body fat or something. That was after 2 days of refeeding after 60-hour fast, and I didn't experience that I lost any muscle there. But maybe from that point, if I started doing it like a longer fast, maybe it's something I'd had to be concerned about, because the more body fat you have, the easier it is for the body to utilize it as energy. So maybe at that point, when I'm starting to get really lean, that I'd have to worry a bit about muscle loss, but not really. But so the things I think about is I want to, when I go into a fast, this was a mistake I used to do. It also makes the fast easier. That I used to train very hard right before starting a fast, and then you go into the fast with broken down muscle tissue, because if you hit a hard workout, it's not as easy as and then I have a meal and now I'm recovered. It will take days depending on how hard you train and what muscle groups and all this. But that's why I like to, if I say I train hard today and I'm gonna fast, then I'm gonna eat tomorrow too without training too hard, just to give myself enough energy to recover the majority of the muscle damage I did, because that's what we do, right? When we train, it's a little damage we cause to the muscle, and then we eat protein and we sleep and that, and we build it back stronger. So I want it to be built back before I start the fast. If you smashed it and then went into a fast, that's when you actually could lose some muscle from the fast. And that's too, you can train on the fast as a means of, holding on to more muscle. The body is smart again. It responds to signals that you give it. So if you use the muscles on the fast, you're sending a signal to the body that don't eat the muscle. We need it, like hold on to it. But it should be not be done too hard. Again, for the same reason I was saying before, right? So either do like 1 set per muscle group that you can push kind of hard, or you do higher volume but you just hold back on the intensity, just stimulate. You're not looking to break down muscle at all, like the minimum amount, just to tell the body like, look, we use the muscles, don't break it down. And that's what I've heard from some people that come to me, kind of, because when you become kind of an authority or something, I guess, on a thing like fasting, people are going to come and brag, yeah, I did this 5-day fast and I smashed it, I did these workouts on every day and blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of like, yeah, if you did that as some kind of challenge for yourself, or built some anti-fragility or something, if that was the goal, then I sure, But my immediate thought is immediately, okay, why? What was the purpose of training so hard on the fast? Because again, if you go completely smash your muscles and you don't get any protein, the body is now going to have to catabolize itself to rebuild the muscle, right? And look, this is really all there is to it. Then it's just how you swim. This is what I do with my clients, right? I structure the training and eating and fasting in the best way, to optimize everything, your well-being, but performance, your ability to actually make some gains when you're practicing fasting. And so that's one thing too. I in general, both for metabolism, but muscle loss and recovery, I never want people to do back-to-back fasting, so-called rolling fast. I don't like it. I want at least 2 days of eating in between, both to kind of rekindle the metabolic flame, but also to give you the chance to train in between and eat protein and recover from it before you go into another fast, right? So, like I said, this is a routine I do with many clients, and I did myself, with a weekly fast that I suggested, just for myself, because I'm quite advanced and I wanted to cut slower and hold on to more strength when I was cutting weight, and maybe even do some gains, I did it every other week. But on the week with a 60-hour fast, I do it like this. I start it on the Sunday evening. Fast Monday, fast Tuesday, do some light training, And then on the Wednesday when I break it, I will train upper body, because it's just easier to train upper body than legs after going off a fast like that. I train legs on the Thursday. Leave a rest day on the Friday, or throw in some mobility, some core isolated maybe, Then on the Saturday, full body workout. And now we take a day of eating on the Sunday without any hard training and repeat. You see, we've structured it so that we get in we stimulate with this upper lower full body. We stimulate all the muscles twice in between the fast. We leave a day of not training and eating before we go on to a new one, so we recover well. And you don't really lose muscle. And look, even when I didn't have it thought it through and nailed it down like this, I never experienced muscle loss. But these would be my main strategies. And then, of course, just things like, you know, trying to sleep as well as possible. You're more muscle catabolic if you sleep really poorly. The sleep will often suffer a little bit on the fasting. And it's always, when we're talking about this, it's just to what degree, you know, like, if you sleep 5 hours, maybe you lost 0.1% muscle. You know, it's in the grand scheme of things, if you just do it right, you do your fast, you eat well and train well when you're not fasting, you're not too aggressive with the fasting, you're not really gonna lose muscle. I guess that's it, guys. Yeah, it just went a little top of my head what I'm thinking of right now. If you have any more questions about it, please ask them in the comments. Please like and please comment anyway. All comments and likes help support the channel, so it's very much appreciated. For now, I'll just pause it with my website. I'm gonna have to go in and do some editing there. It's new to me. You can DM me on Instagram or email me if you're interested in coaching. I am taking on clients. So yeah, just reach out. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscles, self-improvement, stoicism, mental health, philosophy, mindset. It's a mindset, guys. Just fucking fast. You're not gonna lose muscle. Peace.